Hey guys, we have a fun little challenge going on today called the highest scoring word. What we're tasked today is which word in the sentence was the highest alphabetically. Now let's break it down. What this function does, or what it's supposed to do, it takes in a string of words like a sentence and finds the word that has the highest total score, where each letter has a value ranging from A, which equals 1, to Z, which equals 26. And we have an example here. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. And the example that we're given is ABAD is equal to A, because A is equal to 1, plus B is equal to 2, plus A is equal to 1 again, plus B is equal to 4, equaling 8. So we are tasked to create a function that is the highest total score from a string or from a sentence of words. And this is the example we have below. Now, how I would get started with this is I'll first create a dictionary, an alphabet dictionary that will store the alphabet in key value pairs. Think of each letter as a key, and the value will be the number of each letter, the value of each number. So A will equal to 1, B will equal to 2, and so on. I will also add a counter variable here, and this will store the value of each letter in the alphabet. After creating the counter variable, I'm going to create a for loop, and this will allow us to, and what we'll do in this for loop is we will iterate through A to Z, and we're going to assign each letter into the alphabet dictionary, and we'll also assign the value of each letter. And the way we'll do so is we'll use the ORD method, and what this does is it collects the ASCII value of each letter of the alphabet. Now within the for loop, we're then transforming that ASCII value into the letter in the alphabet. I'll create a letter variable here, and I'll use the CHR method, which takes in the ASCII value and turns it into a letter. What we're now also going to do is we're going to store this in the alphabet dictionary. Using the alpha dic method that we created, we will assign letter as the key, and we will assign the counter as the value. Cool. Lastly, we'll increment the counter by 1. We're getting the ASCII value of each letter ranging from A to Z. We are now assigning that ASCII value into a letter variable. In the CHR method, we're turning that ASCII value into a letter and assigning it to the letter variable. We are then adding this to the alpha dictionary and then adding the value, which is being computed by a counter. We also increment the counter by 1 after each for loop cycle. Now, if I was to print the alpha dictionary, we should get the alphabet from A to Z with the value next to it. As you can see, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, so on and so forth. We are stopping at X though, and that's because this should be a plus. Cool. So this will take us all the way to index 27, which will be Z with a value of 26. So we have that working as it should. Now moving on, because we're given a string of, we want to break apart each word, create a words variable, and we're going to split the string of words into individual words, which is being passed into the words array. Now we're going to loop through each word and calculate its score. And the way we'll do so is we'll create a for loop. So we're going to create a temp value, which will store the value of each letter, the value of each word actually. Now we're also going to, now that we're getting each word within the words, we want to get each letter from the word. Now for each letter in the word, we want to get the value in the alpha dictionary that we have up here. So we're gonna have a conditional statement here. We're gonna use the enumerate method, and what this allows us to do is it allows us to use get the current index within the for loop, and with the ability to get the index, we can check where we're at in the for loop. So if index double equals length word minus 1. So what we're checking here is if we're at the last index. So if the index here is equal to length of word minus 1, which is the last index of word. So if the current index of this for loop is equal to the last index of the word, which we're iterating through here, we're also going to have another variable called hword, which stores the word with the highest value. Cool. And finally, we want to return the word with the highest value once we are done with this for loop. And something is wrong, and I believe it is enumerates. Yep, I believe that's what it is. Cool. And it looks like everything is working as it should. And if I attempt the test, all is passing, and voila. Now I'm sure there's easier ways to complete. I look forward to seeing those.